Roadworthy Rescues had all the features of a great automotive show: detailed classic car restorations and of course the expertise of Derek Bieri. The show took viewers on a journey showing how abandoned vehicles could be brought back to life. The series quickly gained a loyal following, with fans appreciating its mix of humor and practical knowledge, but despite its popularity the show was suddenly cancelled. The reason: not poor ratings or lack of interest, but a major shakeup in the industry. Curious to find out? Join us as we uncover the real reason Roadworthy Rescues ended. Before spilling the tea about why the show ended, let's take it back a bit to where it all started. You see, Roadworthy Rescues didn't just pop up out of nowhere. It grew straight out of Derek Bieri's love for bringing old forgotten cars back to life. Just so you know, Derek had already made a name for himself in the automotive world prior to the premiere of the show. Through his YouTube channel, Vice Grip Garage, he built a loyal fan base by rescuing neglected classic cars, bringing them back to life with a mix of humor and skill. His videos stood out for their simple approach: no fancy equipment, no high-end shop, just raw mechanical talent and a deep passion for old cars. Motor Trend recognized Derek's growing influence and saw an opportunity. In early 2022 they approached him with the idea of turning his passion into a full-scale TV show. The goal was simple: recreate the magic of Vice Grip Garage but with a higher production value and a broader audience reach. However, it's worth noting that before this, Derek had already connected with Motor Trend at car events and appeared as a guest on Roadkill, working alongside David Freiberger. That exposure likely helped finalize the deal, and the rest is history. On the show, Derek travels across the United States rescuing abandoned cars and sharing their histories along the way. Fans first heard about the show in a 2022 episode of Roadkill where Derek made an appearance and hinted at the project, and for 3 years he stayed true to his roots, keeping the show authentic. However, despite the show's popularity, it didn't escape the latest wave of TV show cancellations. No doubt the decision to axe the show came as an unexpected blow, but what really happened? The answer to this lies with Motor Trend Plus and Warner Bros. Discovery, and that is because Warner Bros. Discovery has a history of canceling shows without prior notice. The company has always maintained that its goal is to maximize profit while producing content that aligns with its evolving strategy. So to achieve, the company reassessed its entire production list, cutting off shows that no longer fit its vision. However, this changed when Warner Bros. Discovery sold Motor Trend Group to Hearst Magazines. Now you might be wondering how the sale is connected to Roadworthy Rescues cancellation. Well, prior to the sale of Motor Trend Group, there were reports that Warner Bros. Discovery was struggling with $45 billion in debt, leading to major budget cuts across its networks. As a result, the company shut down Motor Trend's production studios as part of its restructuring plans, leading to the cancellation of several in-house shows. Roadkill, one of Motor Trend's flagship series, wrapped up after its 13th season, and Roadworthy Rescues is now on the same ship. While financial issues were the main reason for cancelling the show, other factors contributed to its end. Another key factor behind the show's cancellation was Motor Trend's migration to Discovery Plus and Max in 2024. Before its sale, Motor Trend announced that it was relocating its shows to a new home instead of maintaining a separate platform for automotive content. Warner Bros. Discovery integrated Motor Trend Plus programming into Discovery Plus and Max when Roadworthy Rescues moved to its new platform. Some loyal fans followed it, but the transition wasn't smooth for everyone, leading to a decline in viewership. Also, Discovery Plus, being a subscription-based platform, made it harder to attract casual viewers. Additionally, some longtime fans felt that as the show progressed it became too polished and lost the appeal that drew them in. With that, viewership dropped significantly, leading to less profit, and in a competitive streaming market only the most profitable shows survive. Warner Bros. Discovery, already dealing with financial challenges, likely saw this decline in viewership as a valid reason to cancel the show. The cancellation of Roadworthy Rescues left fans feeling sad and frustrated when news broke that Warner Bros. Discovery Motor Transparent Company canceled all its original shows due to financial struggles. Fans took to social media and forums to share their thoughts on Reddit. Users accused Discovery Plus of fumbling Motor Trend, with some saying the show was a big part of their lives. Discovery has fumbled Motor Trend so hard it should be studied. One of the reasons fans loved the show was its authenticity. Unlike other car shows that are based on dramas, Roadworthy Rescues kept things focused on the restoration. Apparently the fans loved that about Derek. They praised his approach on automotive forums, saying he was entertaining without trying too hard. His DIY style made the show special, and fans felt it spoke to regular people, not just wealthy collectors. Many fans were also angry, blaming Warner Bros. Discovery for prioritizing profit over viewers and canceling a beloved show. While Less popular ones remained. However, another faction of fans acknowledged that financial struggles and corporate decisions, not the show's quality, were likely behind the cancellation, as business often comes before audience demand. With the show's cancellation, Derek has shifted his focus to his already thriving YouTube channel Vice Grip Garage. As of early 2025, Vice Grip Garage has over 2.22 million subscribers and remains Derek's primary platform, and his doubling down on it. He has been posting there weekly for years, fixing up old cars and sharing his laid-back, humorous style that fans love. Now, without the TV show, he's free to pour more time into his channel, where he controls everything. No corporate rules to follow. For many who don't already know, Vice Grip Garage isn't new. It's where Derek started before Roadworthy Rescues. Additionally, there are speculations from fans that Derek might team up with David Freiberger from Roadkill, who has appeared on his channel before. While this might sound far-fetched, Derek has a loyal following in the automotive industry, so he could easily join forces with other mechanics to create something fresh. Of course, nothing has been confirmed yet, but his history of showing up at events like the Hot Rod Power Tour suggests he is open to networking and collaborations. Although Derek hasn't shared any official updates about his next move, one thing is certain: his loyal fans will continue to support him wherever he goes. For now, fans can take comfort in knowing that he remains active on his Vice Grip Garage channel, where he continues to create the content they love. Now that we know all there is to know about why the show ended, let's bring back some memories. One of Derek's favorite projects on Roadworthy Rescues was the restoration of a 1981 Chevy Camaro called the Bandit. The owner, a guy nicknamed Bandit, had stashed the Chevy in a shed after racing it in the 80s. From a mere glance, the Chevy looked rough and cheap, but Derek saw its potential and set out to bring it back to life, and that's exactly what he did. He gave the Bandit a second chance on the gravel. In another episode, Derek took on the challenge of restoring a 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS. According to him, the iconic muscle car had been sitting idle for years on their family farm, and Derek's mission was to get it back on the road. Through meticulous work, he and his brother restored the car to its pristine condition, showcasing their dedication to preserving automotive history. On the show, Derek also tackled the restoration of a 1967 Ford Mustang Fastback, a classic that had been abandoned for 28 years. Although the car hadn't been on the gravel for some time, it was fully restored into a roadworthy vehicle under Derek's care. Other notable builds Derek worked on while Roadworthy Rescues was still on include a 1966 Pontiac Tempest, a 1928 Ford Model A, a 1937 Chevrolet Deluxe, and a vintage Oldsmobile.